And it looks like number 5 in their inching. No, it's number 7, Yifan Wang, and they win the face-off, and they take it back to the defenders, and they're setting up their first play. Entering the zone is number 10, Zhang, taking a shot deflected by number 10, Alyssa Lim, pushed back and a whistle. Number 7 is tangled up around the referee. Reset on the blocker side of Liv Gargano. No, my apologies. They're going to go to the other side. It looked like they were going to go to the other. So on the glove side, on the left-hand side, in the Australian territory. China wins that face-off, bringing it back again, and a good struggle. Meanwhile, Hannah Cryan moves it out and gets past number 5, Bingjing Wang. Bringing it in, taking a shot on, and it's Mess in front of the net, picking it up again. Watts takes another shot on, and that's a really great start for Australia, getting 2 shots on quickly. We do not get the final shot counts until the end of each period online, so I'm not able to keep track. Watts trying to make another play. That one got caught in the skates of Wang again. And here we come up the boards. Number 10 trying to move out of the zone, pressing it forward, and Eleanor Barter trying to get the icing call, and she does. So China must remain on the ice. Meanwhile, fresh legs for Australia, bringing out their line number 2. So they have mixed up their players from what was posted for the lines today, so we'll see how that goes. And here comes number 10 again for China, trying to move out of the zone. Sophie Reeder sending it back in again. Tara Baker coming in to try to press that further. So far, the game is not nearly as physical or grinding as we saw against Austria the other day. It was good to talk to the girls after they played that game against Austria. There was a lot of what they're not used to so much in Australia during that interaction, but game played on, and it was a clean game, I'd say, for the most part as well. Number 10, Dai, still with the puck. Sorry, that was number 18, Dai with the puck. Sending it over to number 3, Zhang. And sending it straight out across to 23 and back across to the defender, 15, taking a shot. Almost picked up. Messy opportunity, but Australia is able to keep it away from Gargano. Now Svirko coming up the boards on the near side of the ice, getting it into the zone, collected by 15, Zhang, and back to 15 and sending it forward onto the stick of Zhang. Sorry, there are multiple Zhangs on the team, including the coach. That one almost a shot off by number 12, but wasn't able to get it off of her stick, and it's floating out. 21 takes a shot onto Gargano, floats behind and goes into the goal. And it is a first goal, messy goal for China. I think that will go to number 12 with a big hug from her teammate. Number 12 is Yufei Jin. Could be number 7, depending on what order they know. It is definitely number 12 going in. It was a nice setup for China. And their fans are giving them a good cheer. And they're going back to congratulate their goalie again before they go to face-off. Meanwhile, Australia is ready to go with Joanna Meissner ready to take this face-off. Still in period 1. 2 minutes of the game done. That one won by China, goes back again to the defender, over to Jiawei Li, and back across to the D partner and forward to number 12, Yufei Shin. Sent into the boards. Powell sends it back around the other side, trying to get it out of the zone. It's picked up by Li, number 21, and now to Jasmine Chen. Chen sending it, trying to get it out of the zone. They do so successfully. Meissner tries to pick it up. Has some support from Chen. Now Georgia Watts pressuring the puck. Picked up by Cryan. Cryan made a nice toe drag, but the Chinese defender was able to get rid of it and cleared back to Powell, over to Chen, and back into the zone again. Here comes Watts, forechecking as she can against number 6, Kiyu Chen. If you hear me saying the same names over and over for China, I'm sorry, but there are multiple players with the same last names. I will try to say the first names as possible. Otherwise, I'll be referring to their numbers for clarity. Icing for China, going deep into the Chinese zone. Australia opts to take it on the blocker side of the ice. So, no, Maggie Pryor going to take the face-off. She wins the face-off. She gets it back to Alyssa Lim. Lim sends it back into the corner, and now Chen with the puck. Chen moving around, being pestered a little bit by Reeder, but not deterred. Pass goes a little bit wide of the stick of Ziyu Zhang, back onto Reeder's foot. didn't control the puck, and that will be called offside. So you can hear them calling the play also in the rink when it is offside, so they have called it in the rink and resetting just outside of the zone. Freya Stennisson to take the face-off. Haven't seen her play center yet. She won the face-off, gets it back to Alyssa Lim. Lim off of her own skate, sends it forward, back to Stennisson. Stennisson back to Lim. Lots of forechecking pressure up to Mayer. So this is line 4 playing right now for Australia, but they're making something happen. You can see that the coaching staff has decided to shake things up a bit. Uncertain of what Australia would be able to accomplish in this game. It makes sense to move things around and try new things. Svirko has lost an edge, crashes into Lim, and that puck goes deep into number 11, and a quick save by Gargano. She's got it between the leg pads. Line change for both teams. Fresh legs coming out. Looks like Meissner will take this face-off for Australia against possibly number 18, Mi Dai. She's an alt captain. She's the number 8 scorer in the tournament. And once again, I am wrong. It went to number 3, Luyi Zhang. Nonetheless, 18 is on the ice. Australia trying to clear that. Svirko trying to do something with it. Gets it over to Barter. Up possibly for Watts. No, goes straight back to Svirko. Svirko changing direction, getting a lot of pressure from the Chinese players. And the Chinese players are just they use their sticks a little bit more than their bodies, it looks like, whereas the Austrian team was very happy to use their bodies. Back to the defender 23, one of the taller players. That one went high above and into the glass and picked up by Barter. Barter sending it forward to Cryan. It comes out of the zone, chased by Watts. Watts and number 3 on the other team collide into each other, both arms in the air, and an opportunity there right in front of the net for Australia. Here comes alt captain for China, sending it across the ice. That was number 8, Genie, I think, and then coming back around the ice behind the goal. Cryan's going to collect that. Goes out for Powell. Powell's going to take a little skate. She brings it out of the zone herself. Skates up off of the skate of number 2 for China. Made a good play, but she's tangled up with number 2. Now collected by Tara Baker. Baker sends it back to Cryan. Australians are using good form, covering for each other, and playing a nice game, getting in the way of everything China puts at them so far. 14:42 in the first period. Cryan again setting it back up. That one floats out dangerously to Baker. Baker back out to Cryan. Cryan moves it to safety while the defenders go for a change for Australia, trying to get around number 21, Jiawei Li. Back out the other side it goes. Australia is going to take another attack at it. Jasmine Chen leaves it behind for Alyssa Lim, but just not near enough to her. It gives an opportunity. That one sent back. I'm not sure if number 4, Chen Fei Ku, had her stick on that or not, but it did go into a very dangerous situation. Freya Stennisson moving the puck out of the zone, sending it down. They've waved off icing already. And back to 14, Annika Schmitz, fighting for that puck. Girls are on fire today. It looks like Australia is not going to be afraid to do everything they have and just use some grit out there today, as they should. 17 enters the zone, gives it to 8. 8's taking a shot and a good save from Gargano. Good play, leaving it clear for the goalie to see. An easy save for Gargano there. She is on point as she was in the last games that she played. Face off will be on her glove side. And that face-off, looks like Maggie Pryor, but it was won by the Chinese. Back to number 23, takes a shot. Picked up by China. Back to the defender, 15 trying to take a shot. And back into the corner. Again, we go for Bella Ma. Bella Ma, who won the MVP for the last game for Australia. Number 15, sending it back to 23. Again, Zhini Zhu up to number 10. Number 10 coming in, taking a shot, and another save by Gargano. Getting a bit peppered by the Chinese team so far is the Australian goalie, but visibility has been good and clear for her, and she looks unscathed. Face off again on the glove hand side. Joanna Meissner is going to take that against number 3, Zhao. No, I'm sorry, Zhang. Back again, sending the puck forward. Australia trying to move out of the zone, trying to set something up. That being chased by number 9. Good pass to off the stick of Georgia Watts and up into the Chinese zone. Number 6 trying to stay away. Watts giving a little bit of room while Meissner chases. Cryan already also forechecking. Watts thinking to take the puck back in, but they were offside. Cryan brings it in, passes it back, and then the Chinese take control again. The Chinese women, Zhang passing it up to Dai. Number 18, Dai, still with the puck. She sends it up. Watts sees her opportunity, but number 14, Yifei Li, sends it back around to the other side for Svirko to gather. Svirko now with the puck, sending it forward to the blue line. Australia still trying to move it out. They do move it out back to Chinese territory while Australia goes for a change. Cryan's going to forecheck that just a little bit. Number 13 trying to go for a breakaway, loses control of the puck, passed out front, and a second goal. I think it'll be 13 and 12, and I'm not sure in which order that will go in. It looks like number 13 got the goal. That is Jieyang Zhu. And number 12 likely for the assist, Yufei Jin. Quick 2 goals in the first 8 minutes of play. But Australia's standing as strong as they can. Face off, center ice. Tara Baker is going to take that in center against number 2, Jieyi Zhao. That one won by Tara Baker. Chen's going to move in and up the boards. Just stopped there on the blue line. Still in the territory. Still in Chinese territory. Number 14 whiffs on the puck off of the skate of Schmitz. Schmitz takes a shot blocked by number 5, Wang. And back in front of the net, Tara Baker has an opportunity. She's trying and trying again. She keeps getting interrupted. Number 10 going in now, and back to Chen. Chen sends it straight back in. A few of the players on the forward line go for a change. Meanwhile, the defenders are there and watching. Number 13 sends it across. Powell goes down, goes into the corner for Chen. Chen fighting for it. Now it's getting aggressive. Chen still in control of the puck, and she sends it up to number 18, Schmitz. And Australia has an opportunity. Here comes Powell's going to pick up the puck, trying to get there first. She does. She sends it down. Goes to Zhang. Zhang sends it across to a D partner, and D sends it back to Zhang, and Zhang loses control. Sophie Reeder takes her opportunity, tries to get ahead of the puck. Number 15, Zhang, moves in front of her instead, and they set up a good breakout, possible breakaway, but Alyssa Lim was there to capture that. Good pass to Reeder. Reeder will try to enter the zone if she can, but Zhang sends it back. As I said, it's getting more physical now. Powell setting up a pass to number 7, Mayor. Back to China, back to Reeder. Reeder, shot. Oh, good save by the goalie for China. They are playing number 25, Sihan Zhu, who has that high save percentage of nearly 92% that I mentioned earlier. They have not opted to play a different goalie today. Number 7, making quick work of that, took a shot, blocked by Gargano, went up and over her shoulder and behind the goal. Bella Ma now is going to move in. She gets it over to the red line, sends it in. She decides to keep pressing. Stenerson's there for backup. Goes wide of the goalie into the corner. Picked up by Dai. Sent back out, left by Watts. Watts sends it to Lim or to Ma. Ma? Oh, just past the Chinese forward that was trying to get there. Hannah Cryan now will enter the zone. She makes a nice little toe drag, leave behind pass for Watts. And the Australians are really showing their chemistry now. They're making better passes than they have in previous games. You can see that they're sensing where their players are going to be. And it's interesting because the lines have really been switched up from what we've seen in the last 3 games of the tournament so far. But this is some nice chemistry. Alt Captain Barter sends it forward to Captain Watts, but it just goes back to the Chinese defenders again. They do their D-to-D pass. Heads up hockey, having a look and sending it into the corner around the other side. Barter's going to probably get there first. She's not afraid of anyone. Presses her player into the boards. Svirko does the same. Meissner's going to try to drag it out if she can. So 2 Chinese players being pressed into the boards. Comes out for Svirko. Svirko sends it across, but no one is there to take it. Back we go to Lee, 14, sending it across to number 5. Number 5, beautiful pass to number 7. Number 7 enters, I think it's 7, entering the zone. And around, back to number 5. Nice shot, but it was blocked. Sophie Reeder picking up the puck now into the corner on the near side of the ice. Floats back out, not able to get it to her player. Number 8 re-enters the zone. Number 8 got onto the stick of Powell, goes into the corner to 17 Zhang. And that one straight out front. Good save from Gargano. Pushed around behind the back. Svirko trying to shovel it out. She has Reeder and Baker there. Still China doing everything. Cryan sends it back into the corner. Powell's going to go and get it. If the official moves out of the way, Powell's going to take it the other direction. Back around for Sophie Reeder. Good opening. Number 23 pressing in for China, and that is Jinyi Zhu. Right in front of the goal. Not what you want to see. Gives an opportunity and a goal. Unfortunately, miscommunication from the Australian team causes goal number 3. You can see that Gargano's a bit frustrated by that. It was a long shift for that line, and they were stuck in their zone for quite a bit. New players ready to play. Stenerson's going to take the face-off. And as I said, this is a new lineup. We haven't seen Stenerson in center before today, so it's nice to see her out there playing center. I believe it's line 4. We have some strong defenders out there from line 1. Bellama and Alyssa Lim ready to defend. That one passed out of the zone, collected again by China. China sending it across to Zhang, number 10. Good pressure from Stenerson, trying to take it away from Zhang. Goes back behind the net. Lim's going to try to get there, but number 17, Zhang Ziyu. Zhang with the puck. And number 7, sorry, Wang, Yifan Wang. Back behind for Anna Zhang to collect. Ma gets in the way. Lim picks it up. We'll see if Lim takes a skate, and she's going to skate that out of the zone. I think that's a smart play for Australia. While Ma goes for a change, takes a shot on net. Well done, Alyssa, and leaves the ice for the other defender to come out. And Australia trying to set something up. Shot on by Stenerson. It was a good low shot, but leg save by the goalie. And coming back in again. A little bit of hunting, but number 3, Zhang, having an easy skate, passes it out. They pass it across the other side of the ice. And up it goes to number 9, Pryor, trying to get it away. Pryor has control of the puck now. Pryor fighting for it against the alt captain, number 18. Goes into Australia's zone. Watts going for it. Good forecheck. Comes back out to Svirko. Svirko stopped it on the blue line, but it just popped out and over. She has to reset. Back to Eleanor Barter. Barter loses control, just stretched a little bit too far. Neutral territory play now. China's going to set that back up in a way they feel comfortable. You can see how they do their break-ins. It's extremely structured. And I have to think that they're a bit surprised by the spontaneity of the way Australia is playing right now. They are doing everything by the book. Clean passes, and they keep getting interrupted in unexpected ways, and then just kind of skating past the puck like that. There, Powell took it away, sent it up the boards, comes out to number 14. Shot goes wide, bounces off the boards. Watts coming up the other side. Number 5 sends it straight back around, and that's going to come up for number 14, Schmitz. Nope, back around the other side again. Back to Jasmine Chen. Chen takes a nice pass, just too hard on the stick of Schmitz. Back in again we go. Powell's going to collect. She's got number 19 coming after her. She shovels it out to the other D, up to Sophie Reeder, the center. And the center now has space. She decides to take it out. She pops that out, no problem. But it goes over to number 4 for China and back to number 15. And they set up another beautiful break-in. Number 4 wheeling around and takes a shot on Gargano. Right in time for Australia to change their lineup. Easy save for Gargano. She was on point. Score is 3-0 with 5:18 remaining in the first. We'll update the shots after the first period when I'm able to see them on the screen. Face off, Johanna Meissner against number 4, Chen Fei Ku. Won by Meissner. Picked up by Bellama. Bellama being pushed off the puck by Ku. Picked up again by Reeder. Reeder sending it around the other side. Cryan backhanding it, trying to anyway, but it was picked up. Zhang shot blocked. Nice clean play so far. Gargano hands the puck over to the official. Stenderson's coming back out, perhaps? No, I am wrong. That will be number 12 for Australia, Maggie Pryor in center. China wins that. 21 sends it back to her D partner. Shot just goes up and over the net. It hits something. Not sure if it was a person or part of the post. Didn't sound like the post. Number 14, Schmitz, fighting for that with Pryor. Pryor has Mayer. Mayer trying to get it out of the zone. Two sticks tangled up. No harm, no foul. Schmitz, Ellen with the puck now, trying to move it, but it's going straight to Gargano. Gargano dragging across. Luckily goes wide. And back up the boards. Back up to 21 and back straight back into the defender. Ma keeps it away neatly, holding onto the stick and flipping it. Number 10 loses her stick and is stuck in the zone. If Australia could get out faster, that would be great. Here they come up the boards. Mayer, nope, taken away again by Zhang. Zhang with the puck is going to re-enter the zone. Zhang's got the two defenders in front, takes a shot clean onto Gargano. A little bit of pushing. Number 10, Lim, goes down. See some words being spoken to the officials, but nothing too serious at this point. Meissner coming into center now for Australia. And number 3, Zhang. That one looks like it came back to Australia. Barter is going to move it up. The defenders for Australia are doing a lot of good work moving the puck up and out of the zone since the passes keep getting interrupted. I think that skating the puck is going to be one of the keys for them today. Barter blocks that with her foot. Number 3, it's going to be a tripping call all day, I think. Wait for that call on Barter now. Tripping call is coming. Barter's going straight to the box. Aware of it, but it was sensible. Player coming in quickly. 2 minutes on Barter. And back into the Australian zone, deep in. Advantage to China for the moment. We'll see how this goes. I think that was Schmitz at the face-off. China controls it. They send it back over to Zhang. Zhang back to the point and back over to Zhang, number 3. Straight across. Nice pass to number 7. Over to number 14. 14 takes a shot. It was saved, but just hung there for a split second. Number 7, Mayer, trying to get it out of the zone, not able to do so, being hunted by 10. Jasmine Chen with an opportunity to throw it down, and she does. 1:32 remaining in the penalty on Barter for tripping, and picked up by number 14, Lee. Good forechecking from number 14, Schmitz, on the Australian side. And China has to break in through the box of Australia. Australia looking quite structured here. Good save by Gargano. Picked up by number 9 this time, Chen. Chen trying to shovel it up. Ref goes down on the puck. Chinese player gets it. Blocked by Jasmine Chen. Jasmine Chen trying to move it. Being dragged by the stick of the Chinese player. That one comes out of the zone. Nice way to clear it. 48 seconds. 2:13 remaining in the first period. Scores 3-0 to China, as you can likely see on your screen. China breaking back in again. Very disciplined Chinese team. And as I said, they don't have one real standout score getter. It's very spread around, though they do have a few players with good goals. That was a nice block by Australia. And a little bit of forechecking from Pryor. Just trying to kill out the last 20 seconds of that penalty now. China dumps it in, and Lee going after it, sending it back up the other side to Wang. Wang keeps it in, just misses her player, and it floats back behind the net again. And 8 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for Australia. That one goes past their defender and clears the penalty. First penalty kill of the game. Successful for Australia. Well done. And the Chinese goalie was tapping her stick a bit late there. Resetting now, coming out to Jasmine Chen for Australia. That one blocked by her same number 17 on the Chinese team, back into the corner in the Australian territory. Meissner hunting, crying there as well. Now we have Briar Stenderson playing wing, I think. So coaches shifting positions for the players, and it could be special teams opportunity. coming back out of the zone. Lim's sending it straight back in, but Meissner has to come out. 49 seconds remaining in this period. And some line changes happening for China at the moment. Cryan hunting number 8, Li. Li sends it out. Breakout for China, but they don't control it. Chen sends it back, but now number 8 collected that. And Li comes in, takes a shot. Unable to score, floating out for Baker. And Cryan with it now. Cryan will opt to pass it to Baker. Baker trying to take a little shot. Stopped by China. Chen will try again. Chen to Ma. Ma passes to Baker. Baker backhands it to Ma. Ma blocked by China. Break in again, entering the zone, number 3. Coming around, shot, beautiful save by Gargano to end the period. End of period 1, really well played for Australia. China, of course, dominating 3-0, but Australia should feel really good about what they've been able to do by switching up those lines, changing a little bit of the chemistry. The girls are working together really well. Of course, technically, Australia, we're getting ready for face-off. I will tell you about the goal getters when I get a chance. That one won by Joanna Meissner, back to number 17, Chen, and Chen brings it into the zone and sends it into the corner and goes back to defend. Straight over we go to China. China breaking it out. No, left in the zone. Chen, Cryan trying to reset that puck a little bit. China decides to reset. They always reset. They seem to reset in the same way each time, making very clean plays and breaking through in the same structured manner each way. Very well coached team, very disciplined. 0 penalties for China in period 1. 1 penalty, a tripping call on Eleanor Barter for Australia in the first period of this game. So 2 minutes. That one, first shot on of the period, on to Liv Gargano, and a save. Those goal scorers were at 2 minutes and 1 second, number 21, Li. At 7:50, number 13, Zhu. And at 11:56, Li, number 8. There was no assist on that third goal, but number 12 assisted both of the first 2 goals. So 2 assists for Jin. Face off in Australian territory, goes lateral, comes back to China. China sending it back in, number 15, Zhang. Player down. Barter was down for a moment. She looks slightly uncomfortable, but she's still out there skating. Passed back over to her by Baker, set up in front of the net. Very dangerous situation for Australia. Crashing into the boards. Barter is probably going to feel that. Number 18, Dai, is going to pick that up. Tried to set up in front of the net, but interrupted again. Barter, very physical player. And she's trying to move number 9 away from the goalie as China keeps moving the puck around. Now Barter's got it on her stick. She's going to try to set up a breakout. Gets it over to Reeder. Reeder trying to bring it out. Still kept in by number 3 on China. And some battling into the corner. Tara Baker has decided to come in and to do what she can. 9 comes out with it. Number 9 sets up in front of the net, but no one there. Now Sophie Reeder is going to skate up side of the ice. Left behind, just offside. She's going to try to get back to it. No, number 12, Jin, is taking control. Sends it in behind the net. Weird bounce, or straight out bounce, actually. A little bit dangerous for Australia. That one blocked. I think Gargano had a stick on it, and a goal very quickly after that on the rebound. So the first goal of period 2 will come in at 18:05. Looks like that went to number 2. I will confirm as soon as I can. And they're ready for face-off again, number 2, and against Maggie Pryor for Australia. That one won by Pryor, but controlled by China. Number 12 coming into the zone, trying to send it to number 2. Number 2 up the left-hand side of the ice, takes a quick shot. Gargano is watching everything. Back around the other side, back around the same side, sorry. Up, Australia trying to break out. That was Schmitz trying to break out. Again, mess in front of the net, just bobbling puck. Bodies flying everywhere. Player down. Number 7's lost her stick all the way down the ice. Is trying to run off the ice as fast as she can to get an extra player out there, effectively like a power play at the moment for China, while Hannah Cryan comes out to replace the player. I think that is not a broken stick that's left on the ice. Getting very physical. Hannah Cryan toe drags it out, sends it around the other side. China setting up a play. Back to the point or to the D on the blue line and comes out of the zone. China will have an opportunity to reset. Pryor coming off of the ice now. And number 17, Zhang, up the left-hand side, near side of the ice, sends a pass across, not able to do what she wants with it. Zhang, Anna on the other side, sends it into the corner. Alyssa Lim trying to bring that out to Georgia Watts, comes successful if Georgia can get there first to wave off the icing. No icing called. It was waved off early. And number 5, Wang, coming quite quickly up the other side. Bodies and sticks crashing into each other everywhere. China in their zone for maybe the first time this period. They still have number 25 in net. Good pressure from Cryan and Watts. Watts sends it back around the other way. And up the boards to Chen. Chen coming in as close as she can. Sets up a pass. Oh, nice opportunity for Meissner. Not able to get the shot that she wants. Meanwhile, that stick is still in the middle of the ice. Powell sends it across for Chen. Chen plays keep away from Yu. Australia looking to break in. Jasmine Chen brings it over to Cryan. Cryan, shot and a save. Big rebound. Left for China to pick back up and reset. And here we go with the passing again. That one just goes just beyond the stick. We saw them get a little bit less structured at the very end of the first period. Now they're bringing it hard. That one blocked by Chen. Georgia Watts coming up again on the near side of the ice and taken away by Zhu. Back to Jasmine Chen. Off of the boards. This time over to Yutong Chen. She sends it to Zhu. And off of the skate of her teammate Zhang. Enters the zone. Cryan's going to get there first. Cryan playing keep away. Not overly engaging. Chen is watching her, but not getting too close. Cryan sends it for Powell. Powell looking for a pass. Takes her time. Sends it out. Gives her players a little chance to make a move, but not to change. And China's going to try to break back in. Good pressure from Stenerson there. Reeder now trying to take that puck away. China moving around. Good save by Gargano. And it comes out the other side. Cryan sends it back around the boards for Powell. This is going to be a tired line. They're going to need a change. Powell trying to chip it out. Gets it to Stenerson. Cryan chips it out finally. Reeder, pulled it back and sent it again. Just enough time for a couple people to change. Makes a very difficult opportunity. It was almost a 4-on-2 for a moment. Stenerson off of the boards, keeping it away from the attackers on the Chinese side. Number 21, Jiawei Li, sending it across, re-entering the zone. Cryan collides. Actually, number 8 collided straight into Cryan, but the arm went into the air. Tripping penalty. Waiting to see how that shakes out. Meanwhile, the 4th goal was by number 2, Jie Zhao. To the penalty box with Jasmine Chen. No stranger to the penalty box during this tournament so far, but has played very hard throughout, making very sensible plays and getting a lot of ice time. 2 minutes of penalty kill for Australia now. They successfully clear the zone. Collected by Yifei Li. Yifei Li sends it across now into Chinese territory. And a good play by Mayer. Mayer was able to knock that off of the stick and is fighting very hard to keep it in the zone. Good way to kill the penalty, being extremely pesky, Mayer. Alyssa Lim coming in now, but still on the stick of Wang. Wang trying to set it up to number 7. Also Wang, sorry. They tried to make a play of it, weren't able to. That's 1:24 remaining in the power play for China. Meanwhile, Schmidt's watching, China waiting. They have time. They have no one coming after them. Australia playing quite conservatively. 1 Chinese player was cherry picking. Now they have 2 in. Bellama, 1 hand on the stick, trying to poke that away. Making trouble. I love it. China still looking for their opportunity. Shot goes, blocked by the stick of Gargano. Out of the zone it goes. So a little bit less control from the would offside. 45 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Score is 4-0. 12:53 remaining in the period. Australia's doing a very nice job of killing this penalty so far. I should touch wood on that. Face off just outside of Australia's zone. We've got number 12, Maggie Pryor, ready to take the face off against number 7, Yifan Wang. That one goes back to China. D-to-D pass, sending it forward. 3 people entering the zone at the same time. Powell using her body to try to deter. Good umbrella play from China. That one either blocked or deflected, goes all the way down the other side in a beautiful way for Australia. Right behind the goal with Maggie Pryor hunting. She's playing really well in this game, Maggie Pryor. Now Georgia Watts coming after number 3, Luo Yuzhang. And another whistle. Another offside for China. We saw, I think, no offside calls for them at all in the first period. And here we are 2 in a power play situation with 9 seconds remaining on the power play. Getting ready to reset with some fresh legs. 12-17 in the period. 9 seconds remaining on the penalty on Jasmine Chen, and she is ready to come straight back out of that box. Pryor Stenerson's going to take this face-off. She wins her face-off, and Ma dumps it down the ice. That should just about do it. Stenerson is going after that puck, trying to get there, but number 23, Zhu, took it out. Sent it up to number 3 for China, poked away by Bella Ma, picked up in the corner, sent back out for China, still in control. Yu Tong Chen fighting for it, dragged out and back to 23 again. 23 will take a shot, low to the ground, floats out. Australia is scrappy, trying to get control. Gargano finally freezes it. That was the end of the penalty. Even strength for the last few seconds now. Still 4-0. Another good penalty kill for Australia. 2 penalties, 2 successful penalty kills, 1 goal so far in this period. Face off, glove side of Australia's goalie. That one barely won by China, taken out of the zone by Schmitz. Schmitz coming up the ice, shovels it in, gets a shot on net, and a save. Again, that was 19 shots in the first period for China, 5 for Australia. Australia is down as they can. A defensive game today. They're doing a better job of moving the puck. They need to continue to get some shots on, but they are keeping the score down as much as they can. This is a team that has fought hard to be here and to stay here, and none of their games have been easy so far. That one won by China. Now on the stick of number 19, making a move, leaves it behind for her teammate because she was so well defended. Barter keeps it out of the zone, kicked back to 21 Lee. An opportunity for Meissner, a shot from Watts. Goalie doesn't know where the puck is, but it is a save. Nice play by Meissner and Watts. We need to see more of that, exactly more of that from Australia. Goalie was sure that it was saved, but did not know where the puck was. Face off, glove side of the goalie as she readjusts her helmet or her hair. Here we go, Meissner in center. Can't see the number of the Chinese player. The sun has just entered the rink at the right angle. There's a beautiful light on the ice, as you can probably see online. Meissner pressing her opponent into the boards, and China comes out with that one, coming up and out of the zone, over to Spherico, and another whistle. This one's an interference call on Australia on Joanna Meissner. Number 22 will go to the penalty box for interference. And we'll see what Australia can do. This has been sort of the theme of the tournament so far for Australia. A lot of penalties. It's easy to come up that way when you're trying to play aggressively to protect your goal and keep that score down. And sometimes things are called or not called. It's a little bit different than what you're used to playing in your normal leagues. Nice pass across to number 3. Good save by Gargano. Number 4 chipping at it still and being pressed into to the boards by Mayer. And Mayer still fighting for that puck. Very scrappy. Powell there as well. Just goes beyond the stick of number 3, Zhang. Back to the D, number 14, Lee. Lee walks it in. Powell following. Lee falls down. Gives it to number 3, Zhang. Zhang sends it across to Wang, 7, into the corner. Back out for Wang to take a shot. I heard a leg pad hit that. Didn't see what happened. Never still out is in here. Zhang, it's Lee. It back into corner number 7. Get control of Wang. It's picked up by Mayer. Australia's going to want to clear that zone. They've killed 1 minute. They need to get that puck clear so that they can get a change. Mayer fighting well. Chen pokes it out. Number 10, Zhang's going to pick it up. Gets it to 14, over to 3, straight across, off of the boards. 45 seconds remaining. Huge hit, Chen, another arm error. Chen's going to go to the penalty box. Let's see what the exact call is. Looks like body checking. So we will have a 5-on-3 situation. Chen's second penalty of the game today. It's not the situation that Australia wants to be in. Player is injured for China and is coming off of the ice. Waiting to see the number on the player. I think that is number 10 possibly. Being helped out. Not leaving the ice though, just having a sit down and an assessment with the physio. We will see if she returns to play. So 5-on-3 for another 40 seconds or less. That one, I think, might be won by Watts. It's gone back to China. China trying to set something up. Interrupted. Bounces off the boards. Back over to number 18. 18 to Zhang. 15. Back to 18. And into the corner. They're just playing a little bit of back and forth until they can get their opportunity. They have a player right in front of the net, but Ma's able to knock number 11 straight down. Number 6 with the puck now, passing it across, goes wide. That was Chen making that pass to 18. Another one with another stick in the way. Australia's doing an excellent job of getting in the way of these plays. That's 4 seconds left on the first penalty. And that one is cleared. Should be 5-on-4. Attempted to clear that, but it was blocked by the body of one of the Chinese women. Number 18. So China not changing their players either. Number 7 doesn't know where it is. Sophie Reeder trying to move that out. Bella Ma now, maybe she can clear the puck. And she does so successfully. 1 minute on the second penalty that was on the clock. It's still 5-on-4 for 54 seconds or less. China's going to do what they do best, set up a structured breakout. Back across to number 7. 7 entering the zone. Has her 2 other players waiting, 3 players waiting. Everybody's ready while they have 1 fresh player come out onto the ice. Zhang, number 3. Back into number 8. Number 8 to number 7. And good fighting by Australia. It's Alyssa Lim holding that puck and trying to move it with the skate. China drags it out behind. Comes back to number 8, Lee. Player down in a goal. Just a big opportunity there. And that will be the first time scored on Australia. Go to number 7. Situation almost made 16 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for Australia. Just weren't able to hang on that long. Extremely tiring as they were blocked into their zone for a long time. That goal goes to number 7, Yifan Wang. A ring score 5-0 in the second period. China wins the face-off, and entering the zone again they go. Number 2 is going to chase that weird bounce to Gargano. Spherical takes out a player. Player bounces back up. Gargano direct that stick of Mayer. Shoved up. Getting the rest of still. Sorry, Carter went down this time. Runs into Chen. Getting very, very physical now in the moment. I think that the Chinese players are getting a bit frustrated, even though they're winning 5-0. Chen, number 6, passes across to number 5, Wang. Sent to the corner, back out to Wang. Wang takes a shot. Gargano makes a save. Player tangled up with Barter. Sticks tangled together. Barter trying to get her stick back. You'll be able to watch that shot on the replay and the good defensive work of Barter and how Barter got tangled up in front of the net. Face off, glove hand side of Gargano in Australian territory. Looks like Baker taking the face off, goes back to China, over to number 5. 5 trying to take a shot off of the skate of Chen. Powell's going to collect it, sending it up the board, stopped by number 14. Powell's going to take it the other direction. Trying to keep it away, not able to do so. Number 8 has taken the puck now. She sends it back around the other side and kept away by Jasmine Chen just there in front of the net. Baker got her stick on it, but it went back the wrong direction. Powell's trying to send it up the board, stopped again by China. Chen's going to collect it behind the goal and come up the other side. Why not break out the other side? Beautiful pass to Schmitz. Schmitz leaves it to Baker. Baker stretches, Schmitz, they're offside. I thought Schmitz stretched just long enough to make sure it was onside, but unfortunately not. They've cleared the zone. China's going to try to break in. Meanwhile, Jasmine Chen doing what she can. Reeder over to Stenerson now. Stenerson keeping away from Zhang. Stenerson moving away. Goalie prepared as she skated sort of in front of the goal. Not too close though. Stenerson forechecking, playing really well. And China comes in, takes a shot, a save from Gargano, another rebound attempt. Gargano was able to slide across and stop that one. Still messy behind the goal. Now here we come up the ice with Reeder. Reeder has a sea of red, but able to get through to Mayer. Offside again, offside, and Reeder goes off the ice. Back to Chen. Chen, maybe to Stenerson. No. Number 18, Schmitz. Ellen Schmitz enters the zone this time. She has Stenerson in front of her. Oh, it would have been a great opportunity, but the Chinese player slid down. Oh, sneaky things happening on the ice that look accidental. Not entirely sure they are accidental, but it's very entertaining to watch up here. Here goes Lim moving behind the goal while players are all tangled together. And back out it goes. Meissner is able to move it, but it comes back out of the zone. Lim sending it back to Ma. Ma tapping it forward to trying to get it Schmitz. Number 23, Zhu enters the zone. And China, another goal. A shot exactly onto Gargano. Straight into the breadbasket, as we say. So Gargano doing really great so far in the second period. Score is 5-0. That last goal was a power play goal by Yi Fan Wang. It was assisted by Luo Yi Zhang and Yi Fei Li. Miss Meissner ready, won by China. China trying to take a shot, blocked. Chen picking it up behind and moving it forward. So we're going to see Chen just keep moving forward. She does. Meissner picks it up on the other side. One of the Chinese players loses a stick that bounces off of the boards. Schmitz trying to, Cryan was trying to do something to keep it in the zone. Meissner's going to try to reset, but it was stripped of, she's taken away from the puck. The wide shot from the Chinese player as they go for a change. And now Barter trying to get to that puck. Barter moving the player. The player is really angry. Number 18 from China is getting very fierce. Mi Dai. She is the alt captain, for one of the alt captains for the team. That puck floating there next to the goal. Georgia Watts sends it out. Can't get the shot off. Cryan trying to get there now. Back to Watts. Watts backhands it to Cryan. Cryan taps it out for Watts. If Watts can get there, she just taps it forward. Moved away by the goalie. Ju. Still going for it. Cryan goes past the stick of Watts, coming up the boards. Barter's ready for it. Watching. Good pass from the Chinese women. Straight on to number 3 and a goal for Zhang, Luoyi Zhang, who was already number 7 in scoring prior to this game. So that is number 3, Luoyi Zhang for the goal at 3:08 in the second period. And we'll follow up with the assists on that goal. It's now should be 6-0 in favor of China as we get ready for face-off. Line 4 for Australia. We have Stennerson coming out against, I think that is number 2. That puck is all tangled up. Number 19 taking a shot and a save by Gargano at 3 minutes. It was number 3 assisted by number 9 Yu Tong Chen and number 18 Mi Dai. Face off on the blocker side of Olivia Gargano. Tara Baker going to take that against number 4 Chen Fei Ku. Australia sends that up and out of the zone. We will watch this very structured Chinese team tap it back in. Powell's going to chase it. She moves it forward. She gets stuck in the back of the netting. Sends it up the other side. Chinese player ready for that, but misses her player. Number 17 for China, sending it back around. They're looking to set up plays. It is getting very messy as people get tangled together. And I have to think China wants that. That one kicked away by Ma. Very weird bounce. They're calling that a goal. That's an unfortunate one. That one might have been an own goal from Ma. And it got kicked up over the leg pad. I do think a Chinese player got their stick on it. It looks like it will go to number 4. But that was a defensive error for Australia, unfortunately. A rare one that we've seen so far in this tournament. So number 4 will take credit for that goal. We are now 7-0 with 2:23 remaining. Face-off won by Baker, back to Chen. Chen, good pass up to Schmitz, but kicked back in by China, back behind the goal. Chen battling China, structured. Zhu taking a shot, trying to tip it in, not able to do so. Australia doing the defensive work that they can. They would really like to get at least one goal, but as long as they're playing defensively like this is difficult. I've seen the defenders actually doing a good amount of work trying to move that puck into the zone, out of the zone as they can. Here comes Tara Baker up the center ice. She's got her 2 defenders there. She moves it through the feet, but it's collected by number 15 for China, Shihan Zhang. They pass it up, tip it back to Chen. Chen crosses the red line, sends a little tap across for Schmitz. Schmitz takes a shot, goes wide. Redirected by the goalie to Zhu. Zhu backhands it up to her teammate Yu. And it's floating. It's going to be another offside. No. They just made it in time. Comes straight back out of the zone to Zhu. And Meissner doing what she can to stop that. Ma getting a little bit aggressive as well behind the play. And number 15, Zhang, setting up a play. Back over to 18. Goes wide of the stick of number 18. Bellamont gets the icing call against China. So a few errors by China. Australia picking their side. Meissner's opted for the glove side. Right hand side, left side of the goalie, right hand side of the ice. 52 seconds remaining in this period. Meissner wins the face-off to Ma. Ma looking for a shot. She takes it. Save. And China now doing the structured passing up to number 18, taken away by Ma. Passed back to Cryan. Cryan making space. Big long pass past Meissner. If Meissner can get there first, there won't be icing, but it was an icing call with 28 seconds remaining in the second period. Australia looking a little bit tired. That was a nice try, a good play that they tried, but they weren't able to get there in time. Back we go to the glove side of Gargano. Meissner is going to take that face off against number 4, Ku. That one won by China. Pressured by Cryan. Cryan gets it forward to Watts. Watts coming in now, stripped of the puck by number China. Going to come up the other way. Meanwhile, the defenders were watching. Very clear what was happening. That one not able to get the shot off that she wanted. Comes up the other side of the ice. Meissner trying to move it out. Leaves it behind for Ma. Ma's going to shove it off of the boards. Watts sends it in. Was directed towards the goal. Picked up by number 6, and that is the end of the second period. 7-0 in favor of China at the moment. We will see what Australia can come back with in period 3. That's 7 Yifan Wang. And we're off. China wins the face-off, gets it back to number 14, sending it across the ice to her defensive partner and straight into the zone. They go, taking a quick shot on glove and a loose puck, finally frozen by Gargano. She had that in her glove and it just fell out at the last moment. Australia defending their goalie. She is worth her weight in gold. They will do anything to protect her, and we're not having any changes now early into period 3, and we will continue to play as previously. Meissner wins the face-off for Australia and picks up the puck, sending it forward, still not out of the zone. Number 2, Zhao sends it, tries to send it. Stopped by Meissner. Watts is there, and I think that puck went over the bench and out of play. Left on the boards for the linesperson. Now China's going to change, so will Australia. Just 24 seconds into period 3 so far. Tara Baker ready for face-off against Luoyi Zhang. One thing that was incredible so far in this game, although there are 7 goals, none of them were scored by the same player for China. They do spread it around. Another good save by Gargano there. And picked up by Schmitz, who's making a move. So they spread out the play. They play as a team. 2 of the assists were by the same person, but otherwise those were also equally spread around. So it's very equal shared play for the team. Number 23, Zhu, picking up the puck in the corner. And Schmitz was trying to make some trouble. Powell's going to chase that down into the Australian corner and move around, trying to keep it away from number 18. Gets it to Brierson, some collision there. Jasmine Chen now has to do a little bit of work while the defenders were tied up. Stenderson and Powell. Reeder backhands it to Stenderson. Stenderson collects on her backhand and tries to shovel it out to Schmitz and bring through, but the puck is behind them. Shot on Gargano. Second shot just kicked away by Gargano, fortunately. Mayor making a move. That one blocked by Ma. Ellen Schmitz now taking the puck, loses an edge into the boards. China sends it back around to Schmitz. Schmitz sends it straight back up and collected by the defender and frozen by Gargano. Stenderson making her presence felt, pushing number 4 out of the way. Line change for Australia. Looks like Meissner will take the face-off against Zhang, number 3. And they reset. Won by Meissner. Puck just floating there. Comes out. Ma's going to go for it. She sends it forward. Collected by Zhu. Zhu sends it back into the corner for Barter. Barter will have to keep it away from Dai. Dai, one of the top players. It goes on to the stick, off the boards on the stick of Watts. Watts sends it to Schmitz. Schmitz coming in. Maybe held on to it for a second too much. Sends it to Meissner. Meissner not able to get the shot off. It was interrupted by Chen. Chen brings it into the zone, takes a shot, flips up and over on top of the net. Kicked off by Lim. And out. And a goal. Big rebound goal. Slow reflexes from the defenders. I think they were just standing there, still sort of watching the play for a moment. Not used to having that puck stuck on top of the net, perhaps. I'm not sure. And they've come around to encourage Gargano. She seems a bit frustrated right now. They're all having a chat. And then they will reset. Meanwhile, China's ready to play. Stenderson is going to take this face-off against Yifan Wang. Line 1 for China. That one won by Yi Fanwang. Setting it up. Mayer trying to get in the way. Yu tries to take a shot, goes wide and off the boards. Over to Lee. Lee backhanding it around for Chen. Chen taking it over to Stenderson. Stenderson behind the net. She has Mayer. Sends it the other way, back to Chen. Chen kicks it out front, moves out of the way while the opponent was being held into the boards by Reeder. That was quite a nice play by Reeder, making an opportunity for them to break out. Lee passing, trying to pass through traffic. I believe we have an icing call on China on that play. Lee was not across the red line. Australia opting for which side? They have chosen the left-hand side, the blocker side of the goalie's right side. Meissner facing off against Wang. Meissner wins that face-off, goes back to Cryan. Cryan takes a shot into the skates of Watts. That one goes straight back onto Gargano. Gargano leaves it aside for Barter. Barter has number 11 from China chasing her. She has to get around. She is able to make some room. Play widens up a little bit, opening. We've seen a lot of player-on-player play throughout. Very structured, as I've said, probably 1,000 times already in this game. But China is extremely structured in their breakouts and entries into the zone. That one around the boards it goes. Number 19, Tong. But it pops out to Australia, back onto the stick of Cryan. Cryan sends it to Meissner. Meissner gets some speed. They are clear, makes some room, takes a shot into the glove of Zhu. It's exactly what they need, Australia. They need to keep putting shots on as much as possible. They want to score a goal. It is 8-0 in this period. That last goal was by number 3, Zhang. I think that was her second goal of the game. And assisted by number 9, Chen. Pops out to Lim. Lim tries to keep it away. Directs it towards the boards. China picking it up. Lim sweeping it away again. Number 8 still with the pucks. Going to go around the other side. Ma is there to defend. And that one goes straight out. Goalie comes out to collect and waits for her players to take it. Makes a safe pass to her defenders. Kept in the zone, and then comes out again. Number 17 trying to enter the zone. Didn't entirely have control, but that's okay. That one stopped by Gargano. Still in play, however, not frozen. And here comes Bella Ma. Bella Ma moving forward, tries to poke it through traffic, leaves it behind. She needs to get back on side. Over to Stenderson. Stenderson changes direction around, coming through, looking up the left-hand side of the ice. Enters the zone with the puck. Has assistance from Schmitz, but it came back out again. Sophie Reeder's stick tangled up with number 18. I think that is Dai. Reeder still fighting for it with Stenderson. Stenderson, oh, cross-check to the head. No call. You can watch that one on the replay. And now getting very physical. And you can see the fighting. The sticks are going everywhere. Lim is tangled up. Her stick is pressing against Dai's head. And no calls on that play whatsoever. So what the referees can't see behind the play, all fair game. They definitely did not have the angle to see what we could see up here in the box. Schmitz now moving the puck in, bodied off of the puck. China has decided to come out and play a more physical game. So we saw the first period where they were barely touching each other. Now they seem to have settled in and feel safe to do so. Soren Powell moving that around for Meissner to collect on the other side. Meissner making space. Taken away. Powell keeps it off of their stick. Meissner collects it again. Powell collects it, throws it down, still in the zone. Set up, number 4, shot wide. Powell uses her stick to move that out to safety. Meissner tries to power it through. Powell tries again. That one collected by number 4. Powell still putting her body in the way. A little bit messy, but they directed it safely to the other side of the ice. Cryan now trying to move that while the rest of the line goes for a change. Cryan, the only player staying. or was freshly onto the ice probably. Georgia Watts watching. Let's see where that puck will go. Big pass, not collected properly by number 19. Barter trying to body number 19 off of the puck now. Back around behind the goal. Over to 21 Lee. Lee takes a shot and a nice leg save by Gargano. Gargano very flexible, agile with her legs. Cryan collecting, moving it up the center ice, kicking it out, making space. She moves with beautiful play to keep it onside. Finally loses an edge. It's underneath her. And now for Maggie Pryor. Maggie Pryor passes it out. Cryan couldn't get the shot off. We needed a one-timer to make anything of that. China coming up. 19 on Ma. Goes wide. Picked up by number 6 Chen. Back around the other side. Ma's going to go for it again, but she's got a very tall player in front of her, number 17 Zhang. Barter. Barter moves it alongside past Zhang. Back around to Ku. Watts using her body to keep the puck in front of her. She shovels it out. Now to 23 Zhu to Zhang. Zhang takes a shot, hits the post, bounces back around the other side to Cryan. Cryan's had a very long shift now and will be looking to change. 17 passes it out, kept out of trouble. Watts trying to tip it out of the zone. They need to break out and change. They are pushing. The Australians are pushing as hard as they possibly can. Pryor's come in to assist. It comes out of the zone finally. And they break straight back in. Number 17, blocked shot by Barter. She would have felt that. I could hear it up here. Watts trying to backhand it out. Trying to opts to take it out. Australian bench trying to change. Shot on. Gargano gets the whistle with her save. And Australia finishes their line change. That was a very long shift. Very well played. 11:44. Score is 8-0. One goal only so far scored this period. Touch wood, no penalties so far either. Stenderson's going to take this face-off against Zhang. Stenderson wins the face-off. Goes up to Lee. Lee takes a shot. Didn't make it. Hit the corner of the net. Stenderson passes it out to number 18, Schmitz. Mayer chasing it in. 14 backhands it to 9. 9 tries to pass it out. Blocked. Stenderson is having a fantastic game. I think she was made to play center. I believe she started this tournament in defense, has moved into wing, and now center in this third game so far in this tournament. Lim and Stenderson. Lim now going over to Chen now. Chen's going to try to move that past number 17. She's down. Goes onto the stick of Schmitz. Schmitz gets it into the zone, but was shoved off of the puck. And number 11, takes the shot. Blocked by Gargano onto the stick of Chen. Jasmine Chen takes a pass. Gets it to number 14, Schmitz. She pops it forward for Pryor. All clear. Pryor's going to go put herself in front. Oh, no, they're still saying offside. And it did look offside, but I didn't see the arm in the air initially. Entering the zone again. China's coming for it. Not able to get the play. Sends it to 21. Good leg save from Gargano. Picked up by Reeder. Reeder passes it forward. Nice little catch by 21. That was Jiawei Lee. She gives it to number 6, Chen. And up to Tong. Tong passes it across to Jin. And offside for China. Opportunity to change lines for Australia. Their defenders are staying. Their forwards are changing. Watts, Meissner, and Cryan. A little bit of a powerhouse line coming out there. That one won by nobody, in my opinion. Comes out to Barter. Barter to Cryan. Cryan making a move. Through the legs again. Was offside. Has to reset. Gives it to Barter. Barter forward. Meissner not able to get that in, but it does finally enter the zone. Cryan's chasing. Watts there. Cryan has it on her. She's moving around trying to make space. She's got Meissner right in front of the goal. Oh, Watts tried to redirect it. Couldn't quite get it at the angle she wanted. Meissner chasing it. Cryan there. Watts too. Back up the other side. Ma and Powell playing back a bit. They've got a player behind them. They have to. That one tipped in by number 2 for China. Off of the boards. Powell now. Powell trying to whip it away, not able to. 17 takes a shot and a goal. That one will be upsetting for the defense. They tried, but they weren't able to stop her. China capitalizing on every little opportunity that they see. It's likely number 17 for that goal. And I will update you as soon as I can. Yes, it was indeed number 17 for that goal at 50-48 in the game, with the last goal going to number 18, Dai. So far this period, 2 goals for China. That face-off won by China, goes back to the defenders. Good pressure by Pryor. Onto the stick of Chen. Mayer chasing. China enters the zone up the far side of the ice. Pressured behind the goal. Not able to do anything with it. Good pressure from Australia. Keeping that puck into the boards and away from their goalie. Chen's going to move it the other way. No, she's going to leave it for Lim. Lim has to get around. Over to Zhang, number 3. Backhands it out to 14. Back to Zhang. Zhang trying to take a shot. 9 tried a one-timer. Didn't go anywhere. Number 5 sends it back into the corner for Jasmine Chen from Australia. And that bouncing puck collected by number 3, Zhang. And a save by Gargano went up over. I think there might be a broken stick. No, just Chen lost her stick. There's 2-minute penalty. I think it's a penalty. Alton, who also got a goal in this period, and she is disputing the call. Looks incredulous. Refusing to go into the box. No, now she'll go in. Okay. She looks very, very surprised that she has a penalty. First power play for Australia of this game. We will see how they go. Georgia Watts ready to take that puck at center ice, in the Chinese territory. I think that she won that face-off. Sticks are tied up. Cryan trying to do something with it. Meissner sends it forward. They are not playing the defenders this time. That one went past Stennerson. Stennerson manages to keep it in. So this is what we saw in the first game against Spain. Australia played this structure where they put mostly forwards, people used to playing forward, some that are also used to playing defense out on the ice. And we saw some goals scored by the opposition on the power play. This has been a weak spot for Australia. We'll see how this structure works for them today. They're managing to keep it down in that end, and now it's popped back out again, cleared by China. Meissner will collect. Meissner has Cryan. Passing it out to Watts. Watts bringing it out of the zone. Someone got their stick on that one. It bounces into the corner. Barter's going to go for that one. So Barter, clearly a defender, but that one pops back out of the zone again. So they've changed Stennerson off of the power play line. And now Watts coming back in. Poked away by Zhu. Zhu dumps it down easily into Australian territory for Jasmine Chen. Big bounce. Allowed her to not have to skate as hard. She's going to wait and reset now while she waits for her teammates. Cryan coming up the left-hand side of the ice, near side for us. Not able to get the shot off. Jasmine Chen trying to do something. Sends it forward to Cryan. Back around the boards. Over to Mayer. Or Pryor, I think, sorry. No, it's Mayer. That one cleared again by China. 14 seconds remaining on the power play for Australia. Jasmine Chen with the puck. Taking her time. A little bit of forechecking, not too serious. Cryan sends it across. Just goes past Reeder. Popped back out again. Chen working overtime to do something in this power play. Ellen Schmitz dumps it in. Into the corner, and that's even strength now. Still 9-0. So good penalty kill for China. Number 3 entering the zone. Zhang passing it across. Shot and a goal. That will be number 18. who just left the penalty box, Dai, assisted by number 3, Zhang. We're starting to see some repeat numbers in those goals. 10-0 in favor of China. 5 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in this game. Australia would really like to get a goal at this point. We'll see what they can put together. Number 7 taking face off against Briar Stenerson. That one won by China. Yifan Wang, the captain. Sent forward to number 8. Big collision over on that side of the ice with Barter. Barter, the defender, would probably like to get back to her goalie at this point, and she does. She's played a very physical game. She should feel really good about her play. She's been consistently strong and very tough. Pryor trying to get there. Barter helping her. Still in the zone. That one dangerous. Ma decides to send it forward. Oh, it hits the skate, unfortunately, of Pryor, and China sends it straight back in. They go for a line change. They've got number 2, Zhao, chasing it. She's hit into the boards by Stenerson. Stenerson wins the puck, gets it to the stick of Pryor. Pryor's going to move it, blocked by number 21, Jiawei Li. Australia goes for a change. Ma is there with Soren Powell. Ma's going to collect. Waiting for her moment. She flicks it over to Meissner. Meissner just past the stick of Watts, but they are onside. Kiyu Chen with the puck now. Back across to Lee. And back around the other side it goes. Picked up by Watts. Big collision. Watts spinning around. And here comes China. China has to get past Chen and Powell. Chen tries to bat it away, consistently pushing. She loses an edge, but she kept it away from her player, and Meissner brings it out of the zone for Watts to chase down. Really nice play defensively by Australia. That one comes straight out back to Chen. Chen tries to send a pass across to Cryan. It was interrupted by Ku. Now up to Watts. Watts sending it in. Picked up again by China. Blocked by Cryan. Bounces out. Chen is skating her heart out to get that icing. She got the icing call. She's working extra hard. I think that defensive line will go in for a change, and they do. Sending out Barter and Lim. Australia 10-0, 3:42 remaining in the game, looking for something good to happen. Stenerson's going to take the face-off. Stenerson wins the face-off to Lim to Barter. Barter, tap forward. Very carefully here, but it is picked off by China's number 6, Chen. That one into the corner. Stenerson tangled up again. Opportunity for number 14, Schmitz. That one coming out again now. China setting it up off the stick of a skate of number 8. And they pick it up themselves. Reeder trying to do something. Back over to Schmitz. Schmitz leaves it for Barter. Barter manages to get it back to Stenerson. There's a reaching first touch. Stenerson's gone for a change. It was actually very nice, determined play, and it really showed the grit of Australia, not giving up and just reaching as far and as hard as they possibly can to keep some life in this game. They have never given up at any point in the tournament, and I think that they could feel really proud of themselves for that. Working really hard. That one bounces off the back of the netting. And again, Barter tangled up, can't get her stick out of the arms of the player. Back to number 15. 15 takes a shot, very messy in front of the net. A lot of traffic, but nothing happening. China going for another one. That one blocked by the stick of Gargano, rolled around the boards over to the other side. Schmitz trying to do something with it. Lim now redirecting. She's got number 3 coming after her, Zhang. Zhang tries to send it out. Schmitz off of her skate. Picked up again by China. Poked away again by China. And now Lim looking to set up something. Still in the zone. Unbelievably, Ku was able to keep that in. Comes out to Mayer. Still in the zone. Schmitz couldn't get it out. That one a shot on. Leg save by Gargano. If you look on the IIHF website, you're able to see exactly where all the shots were taken. There's a heat map. It's quite incredible. You can see where the players have blocked shots, where the goalie has blocked shots. If you're interested in the statistics for each of these players, they're doing a great job up here. We're seeing stats like I've never seen in Australia, so it's great for us here. Number 12, moving the puck up the ice, Maggie Pryor. She's having a great game as well, putting in a lot of grit and determination. Back it goes again to China. Nope, off of the boards and around for number 5 this time, Wang. Wang's going to hold on to that puck to allow her teammates to change. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Last moments for Australia to try to get something done. That pass was a little bit wide. 12 couldn't get there. Chen tries to push her off the puck and allows Meissner to pick it up. Meissner's got number 19 coming after her. She shovels it out, goes past Cryan, back to Lee, and into the corner for Georgia Watts. And the other direction it goes. Tong pops it out. It's picked up by Cryan. Cryan's going to re-enter the zone if she can. No, poked away by number 12, and Cryan's down. Big bounce. Bella Ma picking it up. 30 seconds remaining in period 3. We'll see what Ma can do. She passes it to Watts. Watts up the inside, near side. It comes back out again to Ma. And this time Lee gets away. Lee being followed. Chen was following that, and Gargano was definitely tracking as well. Good save by Liv. Australia trying to clear it, and they do. 6 seconds remaining in the game. They would like to keep China to 10. They've started to celebrate before the buzzer. That player fell down that was celebrating, but that was the end of the game. That has been a marathon call. It was a very quick third period, very few penalties, and a few goals. You'll be able to see the total shots online at the end of the game. China is having, they'll surely stay at the top of the rankings of the 6 teams. Australia is not going to move out of number